Have you ever planted potatoes, cared for them carefully for months, and still ended up with a harvest that felt small and disappointing? Maybe you imagined digging up huge piles of golden potatoes from your garden, but assumed it would require endless hard work, constant watering, and exhausting maintenance. But what if growing large, abundant potatoes was actually much easier than most people think? In this guide, you'll discover a surprisingly effective potato growing method that experienced gardeners quietly use to increase harvest while reducing effort. You'll learn how to choose the right potato varieties, prepare the soil properly, plant more efficiently, and grow healthier, larger potatoes without spending every day working in the garden. No complicated tricks, just practical techniques that genuinely produce results. 1. Pick the best potato varieties. One of the biggest secrets to growing better potatoes begins before planting even starts. Different potato varieties grow very differently, and choosing the right type can completely change the outcome of your harvest. Some varieties mature quickly but produce smaller yields, while others take longer yet reward you with large, storage-friendly potatoes. Potatoes are generally divided into three main categories: early, mid-season, and late varieties. Early potatoes grow the fastest, usually maturing in about 70 to 90 days. These are perfect for gardeners who want fresh, new potatoes early in the season. Their small, tender texture makes them excellent for boiling and salads. Popular early varieties include Red Norland, Swift, and Yellowfin. Mid-season potatoes need slightly more time, usually around 90 to 110 days, but they often produce larger tubers and more balanced harvests. Yukon Gold remains one of the most popular choices because of its creamy texture and rich flavor, while Kennebec is widely loved for roasting and frying. Late-season potatoes require the most patience, often taking 120 days or longer to fully mature. However, they usually produce the largest harvests and store exceptionally well through winter. Russet Burbank and German Butterball are especially popular among gardeners wanting high yields and long-term storage. One smart strategy is planting a combination of all three types. This creates staggered harvests instead of everything ripening at once. You'll enjoy fresh potatoes early in the season while still producing larger crops later for storage. Equally important is choosing healthy seed potatoes. These are specially grown for planting and are far more reliable than ordinary grocery store potatoes, which are often treated to prevent sprouting. Look for firm, healthy seed potatoes with several visible eyes, which are the small buds where new shoots develop. Larger seed potatoes can be cut into smaller pieces to increase planting material, but every section should contain at least one or two healthy eyes. One detail many beginners overlook is curing the cut potatoes before planting. After cutting them, allow the pieces to sit in a cool, dry area for a day or two. This forms a protective outer layer over the cuts, reducing the chance of rot once planted in the soil. It's also important to think about your climate and cooking preferences. Some potato varieties tolerate cold conditions better, while others prefer warmer temperatures. Certain potatoes are ideal for mashing or baking, while others perform better for fries or salads. Choosing the right variety isn't just a small decision, it's the foundation that influences everything that follows in your potato garden. 2. Build the right soil instead of working harder. When it comes to growing potatoes successfully, the real secret is not constant effort. It's creating ideal conditions right from the beginning. Potatoes are surprisingly cooperative plants when grown in the kind of soil they naturally prefer. The best potato soil is loose, airy, well-draining, and rich in organic matter. Heavy clay soil can trap water and restrict tuber growth, leading to small or misshapen potatoes. Extremely sandy soil creates the opposite problem by drying out too quickly. The ideal balance is soil that holds moisture without becoming compacted or waterlogged. Begin by loosening the soil roughly 12 to 15 inches deep. If the ground is compacted, a broad fork works extremely well because it loosens the soil without destroying its natural structure. Unlike aggressive tilling, gentle loosening preserves beneficial organisms and fungal networks that help plants grow healthier. Think of this step as preparing a soft underground environment where potato roots and tubers can expand freely. Next, improve the soil using organic matter such as compost, aged manure, leaf mold, or decomposed plant material. These additions improve fertility, increase moisture retention, and support beneficial microbial life. Avoid fresh manure because it can burn young roots and encourage disease problems. Adding bone meal or rock phosphate can also help provide slow-release nutrients that support strong root growth and larger tuber development. One highly effective technique is growing potatoes in raised beds or mounded rows, rather than flat, compacted ground. Raised growing areas improve drainage, warm faster in sunlight, and create looser conditions where potatoes can expand more easily. As the plants grow taller, additional soil can be gradually mounded around the stems in a process called hilling. This simple technique encourages the plant to produce more tubers while also preventing potatoes from being exposed to sunlight, which causes them to turn green and bitter. Mulching also makes a huge difference. A thick layer of straw, shredded leaves, or other organic material helps maintain moisture, suppress weeds, regulate temperature, and reduce maintenance dramatically. Another often overlooked factor is soil acidity. Potatoes prefer slightly acidic soil with a pH between 5.5 and 6.5. Maintaining this range helps reduce common problems like potato scab and improves overall plant health. When loose soil, organic matter, proper drainage, and healthy biology all come together, potato plants naturally become stronger and more productive. Instead of constantly fighting problems, you create conditions where the plants practically do the work themselves. And in the end, that's what makes this method so powerful. A little preparation at the beginning often leads to far larger, healthier harvests with much less effort later on. 3. Plant your potatoes. Correctly from the start. Planting potatoes may seem simple, but the way you plant them, and especially the timing, can dramatically affect how successful your harvest becomes. Potatoes prefer cool conditions, but they don't tolerate freezing soil well, so choosing the right planting window is extremely important. In most climates, potatoes are best planted about 2 to 4 weeks before the final expected frost. At this stage, the soil has usually warmed enough for sprouts to develop while still remaining cool and comfortable for potato growth. In warmer regions, early spring planting works best as long as the ground is not overly wet. Excess moisture at planting time can quickly cause seed potatoes to rot underground before they even begin growing. Everything starts with healthy seed potatoes. These can either be small whole potatoes or sections cut from larger ones, as long as every piece contains at least one strong eye, which is the small bud that develops into a new shoot. If you're cutting larger seed potatoes into smaller sections, aim for pieces roughly the size of an egg. Each section should contain 1 or 2 healthy eyes. After cutting, allow the pieces to sit in a cool, dry place for 1 or 2 days before planting. This step helps the cut surfaces dry and form a protective coating, reducing the risk of disease and rot once placed in the soil. Planting depth and spacing are also extremely important. Place the seed pieces about 4 to 6 inches deep with the eyes facing upward. Leave approximately 12 inches of space between plants so the developing tubers have enough room to expand beneath the soil. If you're planting in rows, spacing the rows roughly 2 to 3 feet apart makes future maintenance much easier. You'll have enough room to walk between the plants later for hilling, watering, mulching, and harvesting without compacting the soil around the roots. Some gardeners prefer planting potatoes in small raised mounds instead of flat ground. This method improves drainage, warms the soil faster in spring, and creates loose growing conditions that encourage larger and cleaner tubers. Once planted, lightly cover the potatoes with loose soil and water gently. Heavy watering at this stage is unnecessary and can actually create problems by reducing oxygen around the developing roots. Soon after planting, small green shoots will begin pushing through the surface. That's when the most powerful part of the entire growing method truly begins. 4. The hidden secret: hilling and mulching. One of the biggest reasons many gardeners end up with disappointing potato harvests is surprisingly simple. They leave the soil flat around the plants. Flat soil limits tuber development, allows sunlight to reach growing potatoes, which turns them green and bitter, and encourages weeds to compete for nutrients and moisture. The real secret to growing huge potato harvest is continuously covering the lower stems as the plants grow. Once potato shoots reach around 6 to 8 inches tall, it's time for the first hilling. Carefully pull loose soil around the base of the plant while leaving the upper leaves exposed above the surface. This step does far more than simply support the plant. Every buried section of stem has the potential to produce additional potatoes underground. In other words, the more properly developed stem you cover, the larger your harvest can become. As the plants continue growing taller, repeat this process every week or 2. Add more soil around the lower stems while always leaving the top leaves exposed to sunlight. Over time, this creates an increasingly large underground zone where new tubers can form safely beneath the surface. Many experienced gardeners now replace some of the soil with straw or hay instead. This approach makes the process even easier while providing several major benefits at the same time. Mulch helps hold moisture inside the soil during hot weather, reducing the need for frequent watering. It blocks sunlight from reaching weeds, which dramatically reduces weed growth. It also prevents soil compaction caused by heavy rain and keeps the growing area loose and airy. Perhaps best of all, mulch makes harvesting far easier because the potatoes develop in softer material instead of dense, compacted earth. Most gardeners achieve excellent results with 3 or 4 rounds of hilling throughout the season. Every time the plants grow another 6 to 8 inches taller, another layer of soil or mulch is added around the stems. By the end of the growing season, the potato plants often resemble thick, green bushes above ground, while massive clusters of potatoes quietly develop underneath. One helpful trick for growing especially large potatoes is avoiding the temptation to completely bury the entire plant. Leaving enough healthy leaves exposed allows the plant to continue producing energy through photosynthesis, while still stimulating new tuber growth below. Some gardeners also add small amounts of wood ash or balanced organic fertilizer during hilling to provide extra nutrients, although this is often optional if the soil was prepared properly from the beginning. When raised beds, proper spacing, hilling, and mulching all work together, potato growing becomes surprisingly low maintenance. Watering needs decrease, weeds become far less of a problem, and soil health improves naturally over time. And that's what makes this method so effective. Each new layer of soil or mulch quietly increases the plant's underground growing space, multiplying the potential harvest without multiplying the amount of work required. 5. Watering the right way for bigger potato harvests. Watering may seem like the easiest part of growing potatoes, but it actually plays one of the biggest roles in determining how large, healthy, and productive your harvest becomes. Many gardeners accidentally reduce their yields by either overwatering or letting the soil become too dry. The true secret is not watering constantly. It's watering deeply, steadily, and consistently. Potatoes grow underground, supported by a surprisingly extensive root system. If the soil dries out too much, tuber development slows dramatically, and the potatoes often remain small or uneven. But too much water creates the opposite problem. Waterlogged soil can suffocate roots, encourage disease, and eventually lead to rot. The goal is balance, deep moisture without constant saturation. Instead of giving your plants a little water every day, it's far more effective to soak the soil thoroughly once or twice a week. Deep watering encourages the roots to grow farther downward in search of moisture, and deeper roots create stronger, more resilient plants capable of producing larger potatoes while tolerating heat and dry weather much better. In many ways, strong roots are the hidden foundation of a successful potato crop. Timing matters just as much as quantity. The most important stage for watering happens when potato plants begin flowering. Those flowers are not just decorative. They signal that tubers are actively forming beneath the soil. During this period, the plant shifts enormous amounts of energy underground into potato production. If moisture becomes inconsistent at this stage, tubers may crack, split, or develop strange, irregular shapes. Even if those potatoes are still edible, they often store poorly and can make the final harvest disappointing. One of the easiest ways to improve watering efficiency is by covering the soil with mulch or straw. This simple layer creates several major benefits at once. Mulch slows evaporation, helping the soil stay evenly moist for much longer. It protects roots from sudden temperature swings during hot weather, and greatly reduces weed growth, which means less competition for both nutrients and water. Most potato gardens need roughly 1 to 2 inches of water per week, depending on rainfall, soil type, and temperature. Sandy soil dries out quickly and may need more frequent watering, while heavier clay soil holds moisture longer and requires more careful monitoring to prevent soggy conditions. The best method is always checking below the surface, rather than judging only by appearance. The top layer may look dry, while the soil underneath still contains plenty of moisture. How you water also matters enormously. Wet leaves can encourage fungal diseases like blight, one of the most common potato problems. Instead of spraying the entire plant, focus water directly around the base where the roots actually need it. Drip irrigation systems and soaker hoses work especially well because they slowly deliver moisture into the soil without washing away mulch or compacting the growing area. If you're using straw or hay mulch, there's a simple trick that improves watering even further. Lightly dampen the upper mulch layer first so it begins absorbing moisture. Once the top layer softens slightly, deeper watering can move more effectively through the mulch and into the soil below. This combination of deep watering and thick mulch creates a stable environment where potatoes grow with surprisingly little effort. Moisture remains more consistent, roots stay cooler, and the entire system begins regulating itself naturally. One important principle many experienced gardeners follow is this: consistency matters more than intensity. It's much better to water moderately and regularly than to completely soak the soil and then allow it to dry out for long periods. Sudden changes between extremely wet and extremely dry conditions stress the plants and reduce tuber quality. Steady moisture encourages potatoes to develop evenly, producing larger and more uniform harvests. During periods of intense summer heat, it's smart to check the soil more frequently. Even when mulch appears dry on the surface, the ground underneath may still contain enough moisture for healthy growth. Another common mistake is shallow watering. Small surface watering encourages tubers to form too close to the top of the soil, where they become exposed to sunlight. This exposure turns potatoes green and bitter due to natural toxin production. Mulch helps solve this problem as well by protecting developing potatoes from direct light while also stabilizing soil moisture. When watering is handled correctly, potato growing becomes dramatically easier. Plants stay healthier. Tubers expand steadily underground. Disease pressure decreases and the entire growing system becomes far more productive. Combined with proper spacing, deep soil preparation, hilling, and mulching, consistent watering becomes one of the final pieces that transforms an ordinary potato patch into a surprisingly abundant harvest system with very little ongoing effort.